Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Marshall Variety channel. So it is Jake here, back again with another solo video. So it's been quite a while since I did my first makeup video, and I've been feeling a little bit, well, I'll be honest, I've been feeling a little bit crappy lately, and a little bit under the weather. Anxiety's playing up a little bit, I gotta be honest. So I wanted to do something that would calm me down, provided my brows don't take me 3 hours to do, and just make me feel a little bit better and a little bit more confident about myself. So I'm just going to do a makeup look for you all today, and I'm going to be using, a new Anastasia palette. So this is going to be, I suppose, part one of the what I think about the Anastasia palette. You'll probably be able to gauge what I'm going to say in the future video from how I feel like it performs in this and what you think of the final eye look. I've told around with the lighting a little bit more. I think I've got it to the best it can possibly be now. I have bright number 7 light up mirrors on either side of me. And I could have front lit it as well, but I didn't want it to be too much. I didn't want you to like open the video and be like, oh, like just be blinded immediately. Like we're saving that for the highlighting later anyway. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of it off camera because a lot of it will be the same products I used in my first video. Go and watch Full Face of Faves if you want to like really in-depth detailed descriptions of what I'm going to do and the products that I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, of course, as always, is tying my hair back and priming my eyes. And I'm actually going to do my brows first today as well. I'll just give that a little go. And for once, I'm not going to be using this disgusting rag. It is absolutely vile. I can't believe I ever went on camera with this around my head. My mum's mortified to this day. So you know what there's going to be doing with this? In the bin. So I'm either going to put my hair in a hat or just clip it back. And I'm going to go do my brows. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Don't I look cute with this little clip in? Okay, it's time to get these brows done. But first, time for a sip. Okay, you guys ready to see the brows? In 3, 2, 1. So these are the brows I came up with today. I'm actually extremely happy with how they went today. I think this might be the best they've ever looked, actually, because I managed to bring the tail up on both sides, get them cut really nice and easy. And this was on my first attempt too, because something a lot of you don't know is that I tried getting a look done so I could film the other day, and it took about 8 attempts, I think it was, to do them, and I had about 6 mental breakdowns in the middle, cried my eyes out. I was like, you know what, not doing it today, not feeling it. But I've got a slightly new technique, like I was explaining in the brow update video, where I use the Benefit Give Me Brow gel, which is pigmented, so then you can fill in most of the way through your hair, so you haven't got to put any pomade through it, and then just do the lines on top and bottom and make the shape with the pomade and this brush. And I actually really like the effect it came out with. I'm still going to buy the Anastasia dip brow gel at the end of the month and see what I think of that. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. And a good tip, like I was talking about putting concealer on the brush and, concealing underneath and whatever. Dab a bit off first before you go in underneath. Like, put full pigmented concealer here. But then when you want to, like, finesse an edge, take the concealer off the brush so it's just, like, slightly, like, moistened with it. And then just brush down like this. And it acts as, like, a magic eraser. So then you just, like, erase certain lines just to clean them up even more. And, yeah, until I get my brows done, this is the best I think they'll ever look. And I am very happy with them. So now it is time to prime my eyes and get into the eyeshadow portion. I'm going to be showing you quite a bit of that, I think, because it's a new palette that I haven't used on camera yet, and I've only ever used it once, so I'm quite excited about that. So I'm going to go prime my eyes, take a sip, and decide on a palette, and I'm going to show you all the inside, and then we're going to plan. Oh yes, I almost forgot. So with the eye primer, our MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which I highly recommend to everybody still the best eye primer I've ever used. You can apply this in any number of ways that you want. You can use a wet Real Technique sponge. I'm not going to call it a beauty blender all the way through the video this time because this isn't a beauty blender. I don't own one of those because they are quite expensive for a beauty sponge, even though I would like to try one. You can apply it with this, or you can apply it with a flat concealer brush like I was just using to do my brows. Anything really, as long as it gets on the eyes. It has the exact same effect no matter which way you apply it, as long as you stop there after that with the beauty sponge. Don't go dipping into your eyeshadow palette and start applying eyeshadow with these. Like, just apply eye primer with these and then put it away until you start doing your base. Because who the hell is going to apply eyeshadow with a blender? I have no idea. Also, a little disclaimer for you all before I start putting the eyeshadow on. I think you all know this by now, but I am by no means a makeup artist. I'm not that great at makeup. I just find it really fun. I love putting makeup on. I love trying to hone my skills and get a little bit better, but I don't anyway claim to be really skilled at this. You don't have to take my tips as fact. It's not verbatim. Everybody does different things. you know, if a technique I do and you're like, oh my God, absolutely not, I would never do that. Good for you, babe. Like, do what you feel is the best for you. If you learn something off me, that's fantastic, but you don't have to follow everything I do. I'm not saying this is what you should do. It's just what I do, and it's what I enjoy doing the most, and it's what I like to do to achieve the best look possible. So yeah, just a little disclaimer. Because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm like some big-headed person who's like, oh, I'm the best at makeup. No, absolutely not. I know I'm not that great at it, don't worry. But, so we're going to be going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, of course. You all saw my palette unboxing, one of the most exciting videos I've ever filmed. And thank you so much for the amazing support and engagement on that already. It's almost at 100 views in a day, and that's incredible. I can't believe it, especially for a new channel. But I decided to go with the most wacky of the palettes, which is the Prism palette today. I have a really interesting... Oh. Well, it's shattered to pieces, so I guess the video ends here. Bye, guys. Joking, of course. Here it is. So I had a look planned out for this, and there's some colours in here which I'd actually really like to use for a very specific purpose. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. I've showed it before. So I'm thinking of using this light green colour here, Sphere, which is, it's almost yellow, it's that bright. And I'm thinking of putting that in the inner corner area here for a massive pop, and then chuck the Lucid colour on top, just for a real pop of colour. And then I'm going to go in with this more lighter reddy pinky shade here called Eden, and then I'm going to blend that across here. And then I'm just going on the very outer part here and wing out with Saturn, the slightly darker one. And I'll do the same process along the lower lash line, start with Saturn, go in with, I'll do this later of course because I don't do it all together, go in with Saturn and then connect Sphere up there and Lucid, and then I'm going to go all over the lid with shade Dimension, which is a very, very interesting colour. I'm actually going to do some quick swatches of the colours I'm going to use, because I may also use the Dusty Rose colour around here called Lua, see the one there? I might use that as well somewhere, not really sure yet. And we'll do Lucid with the thumb. So one thing you need to know about Lucid is that you're going to need to wet the brush for this colour. As you can see, it's not the most pigmented thing in the world. So we're just going to, I don't know, pop it down there. So there's that one. And then we're going to swatch the light green colour Lua. I think that's a stunning colour. That is a standout colour, that. Then we have Eden. Oof. And then we have Saturn. God, these colours are gorgeous. They're so pigmented. And then we have Dimension. Oh, look at that colour. The different reflex in that is so beautiful. And I actually think this might make a stunning colour scheme, because we have the nice pop of yellow, we have these beautiful colours to smoke out, and we have this over the lid, and then this as a pop in here and up there. So I actually think this is going to be great. So I'm probably not going to be doing much of the application on camera, because I need to finagle with the mirror, because I need to sort of see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll come back and show you after like each stage, perhaps. We'll soon see. Okay, so I'm going to go pop the inner corner on and I'll see you. Okay, so that's that first colour applied. It is so beautiful. You don't really need to build this up that much, but to get even more opacity, you don't even have to tap the brush off with this one, because it doesn't fall out everywhere. But it's such a pretty colour. It's so opaque. Because of the new lighting, you can actually see the colour, which is great. So now I'm going to go in with the Eden colour, which is this colour here that's on the brush. I didn't really wash the brush off before putting this colour on, because that will help to soften the edge between the two colours. And the way I'm probably going to do that is just take a cocktail of the two and go over the middle or something like that. We'll soon find out how that goes. I might put this over the top and this might be like the worst thing ever. It might look absolutely awful. We're soon going to find out. But I do really like this as a starting point. So if I have to wipe off the eyes and do it again, I will still be putting this here. And who knows, perhaps I'll put the Dusty Purpley Rose colour instead. We'll soon find out. Okay, everyone, so there's colour number 2 applied. I really, really like how this is looking. And I think it's going to end up being a really nice eye look in the end. So I'm just going to take the slightly darker version of this colour, which is called Saturn, on the brush right now. Let's take it on there and I can just quickly show you. So it's just a slightly darker, slightly redder version of what we just used. And I think I'm just going to apply it out here with the pencil brush, because this is kind of a pencil brush. And then just use a very soft, fluffy blender like this to just wing it out slightly. And we all know me, it's going to end up being more than slightly, it's going to be dramatic. But you know, we are very dramatic in this house, but obviously you can skip that step, you don't have to wing it out. In fact, you don't even have to use this many colours, you could just go on with this colour Unity right here, just go all over, and then you could use Eden for a pop of colour, and then just darken with some brown or some browny purple perhaps, and then throw something on the lid, done. You know, it doesn't have to be something really complicated, but I wanted to really see how these would blend. So far they're blending great. I'm very, very impressed with these really, really bright colours. And yeah, so now it's time to apply the next colour. Okay, so here is what we have so far. I'm actually loving how this is looking and how this is blending. It is looking really seamless, which is great. I'm really, really enjoying the effect that it is giving. And this Spectrum A12 brush is so good for this kind of thing, for packing on 3 different crease colors. Again, like I said in the first video, can't recommend the brushes really because they do have build quality issues where they come loose pretty easily. But I did also do another step as well where I put the Lucid color under my brow bone. You can see it there in this light. See that? There should be, it will be shinier when I'm going to reapply it basically later with wetting the brush as well, because it's going to go straight in that inner corner. So that's the eyeshadow portion done for now. Of course, we're going to finish it off later, and I'm going to see if I can do the 3 colors all the way back round as well, and then pop a really bright color in the inner corner, I'm thinking. I don't know if this color will be too dark. Perhaps I could put this one in there, or I'll just put Lucid like I did on my lower lash line. Well, we'll soon find out anyway. So that is the eyeshadow portion done for now. So now we're going to do base. So I'm going to explain the products I'm going to use to you now, because I'm going to be doing it all off camera anyway, because you've seen me all do it before. So I use the Benefit Porefessional Primer in this area, my T-zone, a little bit on my forehead and a tiny bit in the middle of my chin. And I also use the Sport FX Cool Down Primer and Recovery Gel. I do really like this as well. The other one is going to fill your pores for you, and this one is going to cool the skin, going to hydrate the skin. It's not, I find it's nice to use a nice combo of hydration and pore filling, because that gives you the best of both worlds. You can skip having 2 primers. You don't have to be so high maintenance as me. You can just use one. You could use Benefit Professional. I wouldn't recommend using that all over your face, of course, but you don't necessarily need to prime every single centimeter of your face, especially when there is a ton of it, like there is in this case. But yeah, so then I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I'm going to give myself a nice full coverage coat of this. Not necessarily so full coverage here, because I'm going to be going back in with concealer anyway. I'm almost out of this, so I may have to switch to my fresh one. So I'm glad I'm doing it off camera, because that would be a pain in the arse if I had to smush around that and have to refilm it all. And then, of course, we're going to go in with our Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Supersize and shade C3. This is a new one. I finally ran out of my other one. God, you get so much product in this. And as someone who uses a lot of concealer like I do, because I use it on the eyes, I use it on my brows, and I use an absolute mask of it on my face, as you all saw in the intro video, then those are great products. I mean, you get 13 grams. No other concealer on the market is going to give you that much. And what else am I going to do for my base in the meantime? Oh, of course, I'm going to bake it. I might come back and talk to you a little bit while I'm baking. And I'm going to bronze and blush off camera as well. I will, of course, be coming back for highlighting, because there is no way I'm going to be skipping that step. I'm going to use a combo of highlighters today. I'm not too sure. I'm going to do some swatching, and then we're going to decide live on camera. Of course, only me will be deciding, because you're not with me, but you'll be there in spirit, don't worry. Hey everyone, so I'm back in the baking chair, like I said I would be. I'm looking stunning with this clip in my hair, aren't I? Absolutely stunning. But yes, the base has been partly applied. We've done foundation and concealer, so I'm really excited to see how this look is going to turn out when I start on the lower lash line. And you're all probably wondering why I didn't put anything on the lids. You're probably like, Jake, you haven't finished yet. You haven't put it on your lids. Well, that's because I actually was waiting to bake first, so then I could put the colour on my lids. I think this is the colour I'm going to go with. It's something quite unique. Now, this could completely destroy the entire look, and if it does, I will have a crying, sobbing breakdown on camera. And will I edit it out? Absolutely not. And will I redo the look? Absolutely not. So it's all riding on this, really, isn't it? So let's see how this is going to go. So we're going to take our little packing brush, our Spectrum A13, and we're going to go... Oh, I could go in for something gold. Gold is kind of safe, though, isn't it? I kind of want to do something different. Like, this colour is really, really interesting. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes. This is a really, really unique colour, and I want to try. I want to try something wacky and different. So we're going to spray it with some Fix Plus. As always, I've got my nice, fresh, new Fix Plus, and we're just going to apply it on the lids. And I'll see you in a minute once it's applied. Okay, so that is the shadow applied, and this is the effect that we're getting. Now, I actually really, really like how this looks. It's just a nice little subtle pop of something metallic in the lid. I'm going to bring you a bit closer, I think, so you can really see the shift that that has. Yeah, I think that looks great. So I packed obviously some more of the darker colour on the outer edge just so I could blend the line a little bit. So yeah, now it's time to dust off this bake, and I'm going to bronze and blush off camera, and I'll see you guys soon for the highlighting. Okay then, so the base is more or less laid down, the bronzer is down, the blush is down. It's kind of hard to see them, I have to be honest, but there we go. You can see the effect in that lighting there, or in this lighting over here. So yes, as always, I use my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, Ride or Die, love it to death. Gonna use it in a minute to contour my nose, off camera of course. And for blush, I use the Benefit Blush Bar, which I also mentioned in my first video, full face of faves. So this has a Hoola in it, but I want to kind of finish off this pan first. As you can see, used it to death, so I'm hitting pan on it. So what I used here, loaded up my brush with Galifornia and went crazy. Also went crazy with Rockateur as well on top, because these are sheer and they build beautiful. And then I set it with Dandelion because it's more like a blush setter, topper if anything. I'll bring you closer. Now sadly, because of the way my beard is cut, it's not even, so obviously the blush isn't going to be even either. So now it is time to contour my nose. Or should I highlight first? I think we'll highlight. So we have two choices today. So we have our, you know, our good old sleek palette, which is ridiculously shiny and amazingly icy, beautifully pigmented, all that good stuff. But we do also have a really good Makeup Revolution highlighter palette, which is called Incandescence or Incandescent. And that is a very similar setup for blinding icy colours. This one, you do have to build it up more, but it doesn't exaggerate texture as much as the other one. Let's swatch the colours for you, because I do definitely think this is something you should work. This is worth getting, I think. So let's swatch that one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, I die for these. There we go. Look at that. Oh, this is so blinding. Of course, these ones are a bit dark, but this white one is great, but it is a bit of a white cast on me. So I'm going to use this one here, which is the corresponding shade to the sleek one. It is like a peachy, shiny one. So that's what I'm going to use today. So let's get highlighting, shall we? Let's get rid of these swatches. We don't want to be touching our face and then making ourselves glow for the gods in every corner of the face. Of course, I wish I could do that all day, but not at the moment, we can't. So let's get our highlighting brush. So we got two choices. So you can either use this Real Techniques one. This one is quite thick though, so you can over apply, which, you know, absolutely fine in my book, but I prefer this one at the moment, which my amazing friend Shannon gave me. This is also a Real Techniques brush. This is more similar to like a Morphe M510, like a big blender that you would use to do top of your brow and everything. So I'm actually going to apply it a little bit differently today. I know I did my moon last time, and I've always been doing my moon since I started doing makeup, actually. But I'm just going to do it here today. And then I'm just going to dust it across the top of the brow into this area up here, rather than connect it. I just want to see if that will apply better or not. So we're just going to, exactly the same as last time, just go in the pan, go mental, go crazy, and we ain't gonna tap it off. We ain't gonna tap it off today. No, we ain't. And then we're just gonna go in right there and just, oh yes. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it so much. Isn't that just like the best thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Oh, these Makeup Revolution ones are awesome. They are really, really good, these. I'm going to tap, 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 tap in so it looks a tiny bit more skin-like. I mean, no matter what highlighter you use, if you want to blind, you're going to show your texture. Of course, if you're not textured, then you'll be fine. And I'm very jealous. Please give me some of that. But yeah, so we're going to do this other side now. This is really hard to do in the camera because I can't place it exactly where I want to place it. Ooh. And unlike last time, we ain't going to extend it up here now. We're just going to stop it there and just tap, 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 tap it in. Tap, 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 tap it in. What you can do, take a little cocktail of, ooh, no, that's definitely not what we're doing today. Is take a little cocktail of the three really shimmery, icy shades and go crazy, tap it off. and then just tap on top for a little bit of an extra zhuzh, a little bit of extra, if you will. And we're going to tap it over here as well. Because for me, if I'm not glowing so much that it's literally insanity, then what is the point? We brought it down super, super low today. We're going crazy, crazy. Not way lower than I would normally do it, to be honest. So, look, we're at way lower than I would normally do it. But, you know, oh well, we're here to blind today. And I kind of wanted to show on a camera, on a picture anyway, so that would be nice. So, what you can do then, if you think you've done too much, I don't, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to show you, is just go into your setting powder. So, like this one that we used earlier, and then dunk your brush in there, tap it off, and then you can just go on top really lightly to just mute it down a bit. And then we do the same on the other side because we don't want to look uneven today. This is what they call veiling. This is just melding the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter together. Of course, I want a cheek full of highlighter at all times, so that's fine by me. Yes, that looks so good. It's just such a gorgeous highlighter, this. I love it. Now, I expect a lot of you will be like, oh my god, this is insanity. I do not want to look like that. Well, I can understand that. Use obviously something not quite so blinging as these because every single one of them is extremely reflective, a bit icy. So if you're, I think you need to be more on the fair side to do these, but they do have ones which have darker shades in them. Of course, this color here is for darker skin tones. As you can see, it's way, way darker. That's for more people with dark skin tones, but they do have other palettes which have a range of dark skin tones. I think there's one which is all dark colors. So you can definitely get some more of the Makeup Revolution range. I love these highlighter palettes. I think it goes on beautiful. So what we're going to do now is just take a cocktail of the three, tap that shit off, and just dust it up here. And of course, because we're not in the light, it's not going to show up. There we go. There's not going to be any rhyme or reason to where I put it. I don't want it to have a shape. I just kind of want to dust it around. And yes, there we go. I'm very, very happy with that. So what is next? So that's the highlighter, contour in my nose. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to take my flat paddle brush, go into my Hoola bronzer, draw the two lines down, blend them with a super, super fluffy cheap brush I got from Amazon. And then slightly go over it, both sides with the Real Technique sponge, just to really snatch it in, but also make it as airbrushed and as blended as I possibly can. And then I'm just going to take the exact same highlighter that I used from here, and I'm going to take it on a pencil brush like this, and then just highlight down the center and go crazy on the tip as well, because we want to blind today. Okay, so the highlighting process is complete. Here's our nose highlight. Absolutely insanity blinding as always. Lots and lots of blinding. I think I prefer doing highlight this way, where I'm just like sort of fanning it along the cheeks and making it a cheek, and then just going and then just sort of fanning it out across the top. And of course, we love a blinging nose. There's nothing better than a blinging nose. It really snatches it in, but also gives it a nice highlighted effect. Of course, could have been better, could have been more precise, but that's not me, I'm afraid. Obviously, we will try and get better over time. So we've done most of the really difficult steps, actually. In fact, everything that could really, really go wrong is okay. So the only thing I'm worried about now is lower lash. I'm really interested in seeing what I'm going to do about that. And obviously I'm going to extend the green slightly under and then pop something really blinging in the inner corner, and then I'll extend the red and the orange down. I think I'll just do the same color scheme going under as well. I'm just worried if I mess it up, it'll just ruin the whole thing, because I'm really happy with how this look is going, but I'm going to do everything I can. It's just that mascara, and I'm going to throw a white liner in the waterline. As always, I'll use the Zoeva white liner, and for mascara I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara Mini for my top lashes, and L'Oreal Lash Paradise for the lower lashes. Of course, we're going to get some transfers, so I'll do my tanty tip from last time, wait for it to dry, take a spoolie and just really, really lightly scrape it away. Don't go like this, don't do it like this. just a quick scrape, because if you rub, you'll take off everything underneath as well, and we don't want to be doing that because we've already put so much work into the look already as it is. And then we're going to go in with lipstick. So I'm feeling a nude for this look because this is a really like intense eye look, intense highlight. So we're either going to be using a nude that I bought recently from Essence. You know, I talked about the lipsticks in my last haul video. I love them, and I bought some really gorgeous nudes. I bought this really stunning berry one. Is this the berry one? This is the berry one. And I bought this stunning one called Dangerously Yours, which is also stunning. I'm very, very excited to see if they'll go with this look. What I'll probably do is off camera, I'll do like 1 or 2 swatches on the lips and then pick one based on that. I do have Jeffree Star Christmas Cookie at the ready as well, because this is ultra, ultra nude and I love, love, love this color. I'm just do some quick hand swatches of all 3 colors for you, because it's between these 3. I don't intend on using any other colors with this. Perhaps there would be a really interesting color I could use, but I only really have nudes, pink nudes, and reds, and I definitely am not feeling a red lip with this look. I kind of like doing red lips with nudie, neutral eye looks, like with some gold on top or some rose gold, something like that. Okay, so here are the 3 colors. So here is Jeffree Star Christmas Cookie. There is the Woody Rosy color. Is it Woody Rosy? No, Dangerously Yours from Essence, and there's Woody Rosy. So I'm most likely going to use this one, but I may use this one. I'm not really sure yet. I also bought one of their Essence lip liners as well, and I actually think this is really nice. It's not the best lip liner I've ever used. It does smudge and fluff away a little bit, but it was only £1, so I'm not going to moan. These were £2.80. I mean, it's an absolute bargain. Go get yourself some. So I'll see you in 2 seconds. Get ready to see the eyes. I'm back, and the eye look is all complete. Now, I absolutely love how it ended up turning out. The lower lash line portion ended up going perfect. We had one little issue with mascara transferring up to here, but thankfully my little spoolie trick got rid of that. I love how Lash Paradise makes the lower lashes look. I love how Too Faced makes the top look. Not too clumpy, but plenty in there. The white liner also adds a nice pop. So with the inner corner, I did use that Lure color, but it was nowhere near as intense as I wanted it to be. Same on the brow bone as well. So I ended up putting some of the white highlighter from our Revolution palette on top. See that one right there, that blinging white one. I put some of that in there as well, and I thought that turned out really nice. And I used a new brush for this as well. In fact, it's a brush I pinched off my mum just for this tutorial. She can have it back after this, though. It is an extremely thin Real Techniques brush, and this is so good for getting all the way across on the lower lash. Like, really, really good for that. I'm actually very, very impressed with how it blended out across. And I'm just really, really happy with the look. So, it's just time to lips now. Okay, so the results are in, and we have gone for Jeffree Star Cosmetics Christmas Cookie. It came really close with both. Loads of people said they wanted to see either, so it didn't really matter which direction it went in. But either way, I love the lipstick, so I'm really glad that it turned out this way. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go in with our Milani Nude Lip Liner. And we're going to line our lips in this lovely light mirror over here. Now, you probably all remember from my last lip swatching video that I'm not the best at doing lip swatches, so please bear with me on this. I'm probably going to end up speeding up and playing music for this. Okay, so that is the colour applied. God, this is such a gorgeous colour. I love it so much. This is one of my favourite nude lipsticks. I like the ombre effect with the liner as well, because the liner is more on the pink tone, and I think it goes beautifully with this. lip colour here. So I'm going to take my hair out. I'm going to go get dressed for some glamour shots, some photos for Instagram, because Lord knows I haven't been uploading on there for quite a while, because I haven't done a really good makeup look in a while. So I'll see you all soon. Okay, I am completely and utterly ashamed of myself. I almost forgot an extremely important step, which is, you're all saying it right now, setting spray. As you know, I use two. We're going to start with MAC Fix Plus Coconut, which is gorgeous, melts all the powders together, really gives you that lovely mattified look without making you look cakey or dry, and also does a mini set on your makeup as well. And we follow straight up with our Urban Decay All Nighter Primer, which has its cute little hat, which is from those Innocent Smoothies, because I'm extra like that, I couldn't think of another way to use it. This is the best thing on the planet. I've raved about this so much. If you want your makeup to not move, this is what you need to buy. This is incredible stuff. Like, there is nothing actually quite like this. Like, it's absolutely amazing. It smells really funky, like a little bit like sweat, to be honest. But, like gym sweat. But I do kind of live for it, though. Oh, such a good mister on that. And now we're just going to fan ourselves with the mirror. Take our hair out. Brush it into place. And now let's go get ready for some glamour shots. Bye, everybody. Okay, everyone, so that's the end of this week's video. And it was just a little get ready with me, just a little catch up, you know. And I love how the look turned out. I'm definitely going to recreate this. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism Palette is completely approved by me. I think it's fantastic. It blended really well. I love how the colours went together. Like, it was a very unique setup that I tried here, but I really, really liked how it went out. I really love this lip colour with the look. The highlight is great. So I'm just so happy with it. Of course, not everybody's going to love it. This is not the most wearable thing ever. Like, I would wear this out because I love wearing wacky colours. But you could just replace this green with something a little bit more muted down. Like that one colour I showed you, which was more on the yellowy brownie tone. You could start with that one, then go out into some of the oranges. And then you don't have to wing it. You could just bring it down instead. That's way more wearable. Obviously, the lip is very wearable because it's lovely and nude. Jeffree Star Christmas Cookie is so good. That's probably my favourite nude ever, I think. Like, Rose Madder is my favourite lipstick, but this is probably my favourite nude. It's just, oh, so good. I'll be wearing this a hell of a lot more, for sure. But yes, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video from me. I'm glad it's a lot shorter than the first one, and I could skip a lot of the steps. Of course, in future, if I'm ever going to add any new products in, because I actually really want to try, like, this one foundation, for example, Estee Lauder Double Wear. I may be trying that in the future, so stay tuned for that. But, I'll include them in the video and I'll actually show the application. But if it's literally just me doing the same steps over and over again, then I'm not going to show it as I didn't with the base today. Of course, I showed the highlighting because that's the best part of the entire video, of course. So I'm obviously going to show that. I hate how nose contour only works in like very specific front lighting though. It looks so weird like this now. But then when I go into here, it's like, snatch me up, hun. But then over here, it's like, ew, what the hell is that? So at least we get a free rhinoplasty in some lights, eh? But yes, I really enjoyed applying this all with some of my best and favourite brushes and using my Real Techniques sponge, which I highly recommend you all get. They're a really good price and it's really good for blending everything out. And yes, please like, subscribe. We're so close to 100 subscribers and it's going so well for us. We can't believe how much this has taken off. Like, we would have done it anyway because we really wanted to do this as a little side project, but the amount of support we've been getting is absolutely overwhelming. I don't even know what to say to you guys. It's just so humbling for us and for me as well. When we're doing all these different things, like putting so much effort into the editing, and I'm doing so much with the lighting and trying to figure everything out in the meantime while the funds still ain't great. And you've all been so supportive and you've given amazing constructive criticism, some amazing comments, and please continue to do so. Please continue to comment, and please don't forget to ring the bell because you'll get notified of all our future uploads. I don't think this one will go up straight after my book video because I uploaded that one yesterday. This is when I filmed it. But my mother's video will probably go up first. But yeah, I hope you guys look forward to this. And I'll see you all soon for my book video part 2 because people seem to want to know about that. So that's what I'm going to film next. All right, I love you all. I'm going to keep this look on and take some more glamour shots because Instagram needs to see this. All right, I love you all so much. And don't forget, never put yourselves down. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel confident. That's what I'm doing with this. It may not be the best application ever, far from it, but it makes me feel really happy, and it makes me feel like my true self. And I love that I can share that all with you. And enjoy your evening, guys. Bye.